Good morning. It is 3:13 in the morning, and I'm awake because Ellie was chewing on something super, super loud, and it woke me up. And oh, I thought she was chewing on the carpet, so which she's done. So it woke me up out of a dead sleep, and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I'm having I'm having a lot of knee stiffness this morning. So I thought I'd do a little video on stuff that's been on my mind for a while. So here I am. Uh, If you know me, you know I've had a total knee replacement. It's 3 years ago in October, and it's December now. And super young when I had it done, 39, but it was necessary. After surgery, the doctor was like, "Whoa, we needed to do that." So, and beforehand, I had, you know, differing opinions about whether or not I was old enough to have it done, but my quality of life was this crap. So it was a good decision. But if you don't know what a total knee replacement is, it means you've got some condition or some problem that means they need to go in and put metal where the bone in your knee meets. So they take the bottom part of the top bone and the top part of the bottom bone and make it all metal and put plastic spacing things in there. I had to have it done because of arthritis and degenerative joint things because of old youth stupidity injuries. So in high school, I was a sort of an athlete, but I was invincible, and when you're 17 and bulletproof, you injure yourself. So that was it. But it had just gotten to the point where we'd started, 20 something years ago with cortisone injections when the pain got bad, and that worked for a while, and then that didn't work, and we scoped it, and they said, the cartilage is just gone, and I had meniscus tears and all kinds of other stuff. Or I think meniscus tears were first, and then they started doing cartilage replacements when they said the cartilage was gone, and that was injections, and that sucks. If you go to have that done, that totally, totally sucks. Afterward, great, but the procedure itself, and then did that for about 10 years. That got to the point where it just wasn't helping at all. So it came time to, sort of, do you want to stay this way? Which at the time I was either using a walker full time, or on days where where I just couldn't put weight on it at all, I was in a wheelchair. So, and not a great way to be at 39. So had the knee replacement. Don't regret it a bit. Recovery from it, yeah, that was not fun at all. But I can walk now, and almost always pain-free, whereas before I was in pain constantly, taking painkillers at night just to sleep. And, even on days where I put no weight on it at all, I was still in just horrible pain. So this is way better. Yes, it means that I have handicap tags, and I'll have handicap tags, because apparently total knee replacements, the parts, I guess the parts of warranty deal with that is that they come with a limited number of steps. So if you're 50 or 60 when you get it replaced, groovy, because you're not going to use it as much as a 30-year-old. But if you're 39 when you have it replaced, you might use it more, so you might go through it a little faster. That's the thought process behind making people wait. But if your quality of life stinks, then just do it, Not a great procedure to go through, but oh my gosh, am I glad I did it. And yes, it means I know I'll have to have it redone at some point should I outlive the thing, but I'm fine with that too. So, yes, I have handicap tags. No, I don't usually park in handicapped. And that's another reason I bring this up, because I've gotten some grief for parking in handicap when I get out of my car and appear to walk fine. The scars are there, but you can't see them in December. So, really no one's business. I had a friend who had severe, severe asthma and had handicap tags because there were days she couldn't walk, or she had a placard, but she couldn't walk very far without using her inhaler, and so they determined it was necessary. It's no one's business. Dude, just leave it alone. If you've got time to worry about where other people park, read a book. find some other hobby, whatever. Okay, rant over. Sorry. Um, so yeah, I had the total knee replacement. Um, I can't walk downstairs. I can walk upstairs. It's something to do with how much flexion you have to put on your joint when you're going down versus coming up. Um, Greater than a 90-degree bend is hard for me. And the physical therapist really worked her butt off. Not her fault. It's all mine. But she also said that because I was in a wheelchair and my knee wasn't being bent for so long prior to surgery, um, I had range of motion issues to overcome like crazy. So I'm doing good with the way it is now. It also stinks, and I'd love some feedback on this if anybody has any who's post joint replacement. To this day, and like I said, 3 years old joint replacement. To this day, it sucks to put any weight on the joint itself, like to kneel or to try and do any kind of exercising or flexing or stretching where I have to kneel or get on that knee at all. Pain right on the joint through the skin just really still hurts. So put a little pillow under it or something, and that's a lot better. So it's actually pain right on the joint through hardness that stinks, and I would love to know if that's ever going to go away. If not, then I'll deal. And then there's this thing it does when it gets cold outside, and I'm outside in the cold. If I'm not covering it up, or if I'm not wearing long johns, which I wear long johns a lot, it gets super cold, and it actually sort of makes it throb from the inside out. It's a really weird sensation. I can't explain it. Like, I don't know how much of it is steel or whatever, but it gets cold, and not in a nice way. It can hurt. So that's weirdness. Thankfully, living in Mississippi, I don't have that happen a whole lot, but when it gets cold and icky outside, I know about it. And I know about upcoming weather. That's new. I'm kind of a barometer. I can tell you if it's going to rain tomorrow. And I'm like super accurate. So that's weird. I don't remember having that before the surgery. Maybe I did and just don't remember it. But I'm super accurate. If I tell you it's going to rain, it's going to rain. And it swells up epic proportions. I've done things where we were at the range or something, or we did a whole bunch of errands in one day, and I had to walk too much, and that boy can swell up. The next day, it looks like a grapefruit on my leg. It's ridiculous. So knee, yeah, it's crazy. Other things. To this day, I still am constantly stretching it out to keep it from getting tight. That's one of the reasons I like to get up and walk in the morning, is because it seems to make it easier to walk throughout the day. And other than that, I mean, it's stiffest in the morning when I first get up, because if I slept through the night and I slept decently, that means I was in one position or really close to one position for most of the night, and it gets stiff that way. So, for example, if I'm on a plane trip, I got to get up and stretch that thing every so often, or it's just going to be stiff as a board by the time we get there. So I don't know if all joint replacements are that way. I certainly am, though. But again, I think my physical therapist said a lot of that had to do from how the ligaments and junk were from before surgery, because it was pretty jacked up. So, would I do it all over again? You betcha. The other knee, the left knee, the good knee, is starting to do a little grindy thing. I'm going to have to be in a lot more pain before I follow up with my orthopedic surgeon on that side, only because I don't know how. I'm not going to let it go too long, but and even though I would do it all over again, it's still totally stank, and I'm not looking forward to doing it again. And I'm not looking forward to those injections, because that's where you got to start. You have to start with some very basic home physical therapy type things you can do, and heating pads and ice packs and all that good stuff. And then you move on to the cortisone injections, and I'm just not looking to go there right now. It's like I said, it's just starting to do a gritty sort of noise when I flex it too much. It's really not that painful. So, and the right knee hurts maybe, I guess, average 30 minutes a week. which is so livable compared to the constant pain I was in before. And the constant pain I was in before was always on a scale of 1 to 10, a 7, a 6 or 7, just always, always, always. Now, I mean, like I said, this 30 minutes a week, if I step on it really weird, or I try to go downstairs not peg legged because I'm feeling brave or stupid that day, um, I can jack it up to an 11 for a few seconds, make my eyes water, um, or just cry. But that's for a few seconds. I mean, normally the pain I get from just overuse or working it a little too hard, trying to do some cardio because I'm getting chunky around the holidays, um, it's going to make it hurt for, on a scale of 1 to 10, a 5. So, and nothing that some Aleve or Advil or something won't take care of. I haven't had to use prescription pain uh, killers, which is like Celebrex or something. Nothing hardcore, but maybe 10, 20 times a year. So that's great. And those are on days where it's super swollen, and that's why it hurts. It's almost like the throbbing is what I need to get rid of, not any sharp pain. So it's great. The knee's good. I definitely recommend the procedure if you need to have it done. Um, it. I'm finally to the point where I don't mind going and showing my legs in public. Um, some of that's still, in my noggin. I have weight issues and, just how I look. Um, but for a while there, it was the scar, and I wouldn't wear shorts. Um, if I wore a skirt, I had to wear tights. But now, I don't care. It's actually, it's not pink anymore. It's silvery, but it's not that bad. And hold on, I'll show you. If you can stand some super white legs, and I might look like a hairy bohunk because it's December and it's supposed to be okay. So there it is. There's the scar. So you can see it at all. It just runs from here to here. So anyway, that's all. I just wanted to. I had this stuff rattling around in my head for a while, and like I said, I was up and thought, what better time to get it all out of my noggin. So, and finally, more than just a few minute update. So, I do need to start getting better at this. I need to start getting better at everything. I'm been so lazy like all year. I'm just doing, not a great job at finishing any project. Starting everything, wonderful. Finishing, not so much. Not my strong suit these days. So, and I'll try to get better about that. All right, well, I'm gonna go play with the dogs or do some cardio or something. And I'm rocking a really sweet hairdo thing going on here. I'm kind of liking this. I shouldn't be able to see myself when I do these. That's not a good thing. Anyway, okay. So I just want to get all this stuff about my knee out of my head. If you've had a knee replacement or you need a knee replacement or or an orthopedic surgeon and you know everything there is to know about knee replacements, let me know if this kneeling thing is ever going to go away. Like I said, if it's not, I've dealt with it, pain-wise and limitations-wise this long, and I can totally get over it. I'm curious because it stinks to not be able to kneel sometimes, and just, if you know something I don't, let me know. All right, well, thanks, and I'll talk to you again soon.